we're fully blocking from the global financial system the fifth largest Russian financial institution, VEB. This is a glorified piggy bank for the Kremlin that holds more than $50 billion in assets. We're also fully blocking from Vias Bank. This is a bank that holds $35 billion in assets that finances the activities of the Russian military. In plain English, full block means these banks can no longer make any transactions with the US, nor with Europe, as Europe matched our actions, and their assets in our respective financial systems will be frozen.
It's the news with your host, Sterling Silverberry. More fucking news.
Thank you very much, Doobie. Give me that mic. Well, we have two mics. That's just something I said when we had one. This is F the News. My name is Sterling Silverberry, and let's get to the news. As you heard, serious sanctions going on with Russia. Will it help? Will it hurt? Opinions matter. In this case, put your politics behind you and think about what this could be. Could it be a stop to the unjust, the aggression, as they say, the Russian aggression? Or could it provoke a sleeping bear? Doobie, your thoughts?
Dude, let's change the subject.
What do you mean you want to change the subject?
Well, it's either a World War III or nothing's going to happen, so, I mean, come on, dude.
Come on, dude, what?
Hey, I got this thing, man. It's pretty cool. It's called the Squatty Potty. You know, like sometimes you go to your grandparents' house and they have all those bathroom accessories, and it's like, ooh, it's kind of weird. It's like a museum in the bathroom. Well, my brother got me something called the Squatty Potty. I got the extended version, and it's really cool. You put your feet up on it, and it extends. I mean, you want to talk about a super dump? It'll evacuate all your bowels.
Wait a minute. Are you actually talking about a squatty potty right now? We're on the cusp of war in Russia.
Well, we're not.
Yeah, that's true. So you want to talk about a squatty?
Dude, it's the best thing ever. I'm probably 12 pounds lighter today than yesterday. My whole colon, my intestine, you should have seen what came out. It looked like an...
All right, Doobie, give me that mic. Doobie's talking about squatty potties, and we're going to war.
Well, you should get one, dude. You'll feel like a new man. I swear to God, I'm ready to just jump, and I could touch the ceiling right now. Look.
Quit jumping, Doobie.
Look, I touched the ceiling, dude. You see that? I'm lighter. I'm like 12. Squatty Potty. Hey, if you want to sponsor this podcast, we'll do it for free. Just get Sterling here, Squatty Potty, and he'll get... his shit'll be somewhere else instead of pointing at me. Back to you, Sterling.
Okay, whatever that means. You heard the sanctions are going on with Russia. Any thoughts on that, Doobie, or you just want to talk about another bathroom accessory?
As far as Russia and Ukraine, I do believe both sides are kind of at fault here. Biden's kind of provoking a bear to get ratings, to get his approval ratings up, and Putin's taking advantage of Biden's misadventures in Afghanistan, and he knows Biden's team isn't really adept at military strategy. So there's two kind of factions of thought going on here. One's self-serving, so to speak, even though Ukraine does need protection there, and we have been protecting them since 2014. Putin has been trying to get a stranglehold on that whole situation there in Ukraine. Personally, I think that's up between them guys. But, what are you going to do? The Nord Stream 29, Nord Stream 2 has been Xanexed. That means $11 billion, in money to create this pipeline is going to waste. So Putin won't really have a stranglehold on that whole oil situation there in Eastern Europe. It's a tough situation. This kind of thing's been going on for a while, probably 10 years. Somebody's got to back off. Ukraine, sure, could be protected. They don't want to lose that portion of land there to Russia. Russia wants it. It's like a big game of risk. As far as we're concerned, what are you going to do? I mean, there's always going to be wars, and I wish we'd focus on our own country, but that's just not how this president wants to operate. He's a wartime president now, and you better respect him. Oh, that was a squatty poopy. Back to you, Sterling.
Well, there was some good analysis in there. It seems like you're doing your homework. I appreciate that. This is F the News, and it's all about the Russia-Ukraine situation. Dr. Paul Farmer in his last days, he was a Clinton doctor, a world-renowned physician. I'm sorry. He died at 62, so maybe he wasn't the best doctor. And this just in, we are going to drop in on President Joe Biden's speech regarding the Ukraine. Please hold.
And there's no question that Russia is the aggressor. So we're clear-eyed about the challenges we're facing. Nonetheless, there is still time to avert the worst-case scenario that will bring untold suffering to millions of people if they move as suggested. The United States and our allies and partners remain open to diplomacy if it is serious. When all is said and done, we're going to judge Russia by its actions, not its words. And whatever Russia does next, we're ready to respond with unity, clarity, and conviction. We'll probably have more to say about this as it moves on. I'm hoping diplomacy is still available. Thank you all very much.
He didn't take one question. Cut the tape. Look at that. You believe that? He actually walked off the stage and didn't take one question in a time of war. What the hell is going on in the world? Back to you, Sterling.
Okay, this is F the News, and as you saw, Joe Biden refused to answer questions. Got a little shaky there after his 20-minute speech, and what is going to happen, folks? We don't know. Let's hope for the best, and anywho, let's change the subject to
George Floyd, dude. Closing arguments began in the civil trial of 3 ex-officers involved in the George Floyd killing. That was not a good tape. The dude did counterfeit money, and he was high as hell, but you won't hear about that. It's just a bad situation all around, kind of like Russia and Ukraine.
the China Winter Olympics. They kind of revealed a whole kind of social credit score system that I think that's what we're heading towards, and we don't want that. We don't want to be judged based on our politics, based on who we are in cahoots with. That's just a way for them to...
Well, they're going to go for your bank accounts if you're on the other side. That's just how it's going to be in the future, so you just can't tell nobody what your politics are anymore. It's just going to be a whole bunch of NPCs running around. Back to you, Sterling.
Okay, so, Doobie, how is, just a little personal note here, how's school doing? You're doing a good job interning here. How are things working out for you?
Well, pretty good, man. I just got to say, if I had 50 cents for every test I got a D in, I'd have like $7.50 right now.
Oh, really? So you're getting C's at least. That's pretty good. I mean, D's.
Well, yeah, it's not failing, but, I should probably study more. And also, I am fluent in Pig Latin. Go figure that. If I ever go to Pig Latin, I'm gonna. That's the place for me, man. I know every word. Back to you, Sterling.
Okay, you're fluent in Pig Latin, really. You know that's not a real language, right?
Dude, if I live there, I'd get by really good. I know the language. Back to you.
Okay, this is F the News, and yeah.
F the News.